All right, Jules, first of all, thank you for taking some time to talk with us. Appreciate it. Last time we had a chance to talk with you was right after that Robert Morris game, and there was a lot of frustration, disappointment, and things in the locker room. But now that you've had some time to kind of reflect, what did this year mean to you as a person, like as a growing as a person or as a student or as a basketball player?
It helped me grow up. I learned how to get through bad times. I've learned to be that leader for younger guys, and I think it'll help me later in life. Maybe not right away, but I think later down the road, me playing here and being the oldest guy on this young team, it'll help me.
I remember on media day you said when you first heard Kentucky called you, I don't want to go sit on the bench somewhere. Like you didn't believe it. Did it meet your expectations, or what was it about being at Kentucky with fans or whatever that kind of surprised you or exceeded your expectations, I guess?
Yeah, it definitely went above and beyond my expectations. You always hear about the fan base here at Kentucky and, Coach Cal's tradition of bringing the guys in, the highly touted guys. And, I'm always the guy, I have confidence in myself, so I feel like I play with anybody. But it was just the fact that, I know what type of guys he brings in here, and I know they're not coming to sit the bench. McDonald's All-Americans come to sit the bench. So that was what I was worried about at first. But actually getting here and, being able to play with these guys and getting my chance and me actually earning my chance because he let it be known that nothing was going to be given to me, it was great. And just to play in front of this fan base, obviously wasn't the season we like to have, but just being able to step out there and have these loyal fans, it was amazing.
You mentioned not the season you wanted to have. It was obviously disappointing where you were in the preseason. When you look back at it, is there something that really jumped out? You say, if we had just been able to fix this or we've been do this, that just didn't seem to click for you guys?
I don't think it was the buy-in. I don't think I felt like I waited too late to be that voice. But like I said, it was hard for me to be that voice when I was a newcomer as well, and I hadn't played under him. I was still learning as well, but I think we just didn't have that voice in the locker room like later on in the season where we would have our ups and then we go back down. I think it was just not consistent buying. We always we take 10 steps forward and then take 20 steps backwards. It just maybe guys going different ways and just at wrong times.
Also, before the season, there was a lot of talk about who the leader would be, and because you were new and you were a guy that was coming into the program from somewhere else, not a lot of people mentioned you. But by the end of the season, every guy on the team talked about you being a leader. We had Darius Miller on the show yesterday and asked him what goes into being a leader. To you, what is leadership, especially in the form of college basketball?
You got to be able to take accountability. You got to be able to hold your teammates accountable. You got to be that voice when guys aren't listening feel like the coaches may be getting down on them. You got to be that guy to pick them up. You just always got to be that voice. You can't get caught up in how you're playing. It got to be all about the team. It's not about you. So it's tough. And like I said, it was tough for me because I was a newcomer. It's not like I've been here. I've been around college basketball for some years, but it wasn't like I had been here and like I knew what Coach Cal expected. It took me half the season to realize what he expected to me, and then me able to start doing my job, and then relay the message to the younger guys of what was expected of them.
Archie always talked about how you were like his big brother and you guys are close. He's getting ready to go on to the NBA. What advice have you given him, or would you give as he prepares for the basketball part of it, but also just the life part of being a professional basketball player?
I told him he's stepping into a jungle. He's a young guy. It's a different animal up there. He got the way, like I told him, the way things were handled this year. He's got to grow up a lot faster. Things are going to be expected quicker of him up there, and it's one of those situations where if you're not up to par, you get left behind. And right. I think he has a work ethic to be successful, and we still talk on a consistent basis. I think he's working hard right now, and I think he'll surprise people.
We talk a lot on the show about how, obviously not being a basketball, but being in the media. When you walk into Rupp Arena, just going through that tunnel, having been a fan and things, it's just a wow moment. Like, wow, I get to come cover the games, I get to be here. For you, what was your kind of wow moment at Kentucky where you were like, this is what it's like to be a Kentucky basketball player?
Just probably the Big Blue Madness and the blue and white game. It was just like, wow, like you never see anything like it. Like you watch Kentucky on TV when you're younger, and even when you're in college, you watch it, but you can't really get that experience
right.
until you step on that court, and it's just like jaw dropping. Like you're in awe, you're nervous all at the same time, but you want to play and you want to hear these fans cheer as loud as they can. It's just crazy. Like I've never seen anything like it.
Now you're graduating, leaving. What advice? There's a lot of talented freshmen coming in. Some of your teammates pass up the NBA draft to stay back. What advice would you give them if you were in front of the team right now as they prepare for next season to chase a championship?
I tell them all to leave their egos at the door. Don't come in here looking to lead this team in scoring or average some crazy amount. You just got to be able to come together. It's all about coming together. If you don't come together, if you got guys worried about themselves being more individual than a team, then you're not going to be successful. Some guy, I would tell the older guys that, they have to lead these young guys. They've been through the battle for a year. Even Kyle's been here 2 years now, going on his third. So, you got to be able to step up and be a leader and lead these young guys. But like I said, the young guys just got to check their egos at the door. Everything they did in high school is in the past now. What you do now is the only thing that matters.
Was there anything about Coach Cal that surprised you as you got to know him, not only as a coach, but just, as a regular guy? Is there anything about him that kind of surprised you?
Just how much he cares about you. It's not all about basketball. He really looks to build relationships and bonds that you'll have for a lifetime. He tries to be more like a father figure, and I really respect that. And he's always real. He never sugarcoats anything. He puts it flat out there on the table. He doesn't tell any guy what they want to hear. He just always tells the truth. And, it's not very many guys in this business who do that. So, I really respect that of him.
So what's now next for Julius Mays?
I don't know. I got a few options. I'm just being patient right now while I can. Spending time with my daughter since I didn't get a lot of time during the season. I just signed with an agent. I'm going to see what happens with basketball. And if it's not anything I like, then, I'll either probably stay around here, maybe get into coaching, or go into the work world.
Has being a father changed you in any way? Have you noticed whether, basketball related or just changed your personality at all?
Yeah, it's changed me as a person. I'm not living for myself anymore. I got another responsibility out here. I want to be the greatest father I can to her. And, I want her to be able to look at me as a role model and, maybe take after me. So it's changed me a lot.
All right. Thank you, Julius.
No problem.
Appreciate it.